Okay, the next part is vertical compression and horizontal stretch. Okay, this is problems 21 and 23 on 1.1. Alright, I'm going to change the color again. So this time I'm going to make it green. Okay? And I need to get it red out eventually. Oh, I see one. Okay, I need to make it green, or I could do brown. Okay? So, vertical compression. Remember, compression is multiplying, right? Vertical, what does that mean? F of x. Very good. F of x compressed by 2/3. Now, remember, this isn't a function. We're not doing it to a function. We're actually just compressing this. Okay? So if we talk about compressing it vertically, right, we're just going to make it thinner. Yeah? So this should squish like I'm sitting down on it. The orange one should squish down like I'm sitting on it. Does that make sense? Because I'm compressing it. Okay? If it starts to not do that, we got to think, oh, am I doing something wrong? Okay? Alright, so I'm going to take, now what is f of x? What is vertical? Is that y's or is that x's?
Y.
Y. So it's really the y times 2/3. Yeah?
Yep.
And so then I'm going to take this y, and the y in this case is it's not -4. The y in this case is 3. So 3 times 2/3 is how much? Well, wouldn't that be 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this 3 becomes a 2. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, this y is a 0. What's 2/3 of 0? What's 2/3 times 0? 0, right? So that doesn't change. Pretty cool, yeah? So I know that this one doesn't change either, correct?
Yeah.
But this one, the 1, what's 2/3 times 1? 2/3, okay? So that was easy. I don't even have to really do the math. That was pretty easy math. And what's even easier is, look, I did this one, but it's the same. It's 3 again. So 2/3 of 3 is going to be 2. So I just moved this down to 2 again. And so now I have this new, and is it squished? Is it like we sat on it? Mm-hmm. Right? That's really important. It's like we sat down on it. Okay? Now I'll change the colors again. This is where these pins are valuable. Because now I know, hey, I did this in brown, I did this in blue, or this in blue, I did this in purple. And they're relating to the purple, they're relating to the blue, they're relating to the brown. See what I'm saying? That's why these pins, these colored pins, I highly suggest bringing that ID card. The pins are underneath my desk. The reason I ask for your ID card or your phone, just something important. If you want, you can write your name on an index card up there. I just want to know how I can get a hold of you if you forget to put my pins back. Right? Okay? Because I know that it's an honest mistake most of the time. Right? Maybe. Or maybe some of the time. Okay? 23. Horizontal stretch. Now think about that. If I'm taking this orange and I'm horizontally stretching it, that means I'm going to be pulling it this way. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm not pulling it this way, if I'm pushing it in, I'm doing something wrong. Does that make sense? Okay? So, horizontal stretch, what does stretch mean? Multiply.
Oh.
Okay? Horizontal, X or Y? X. X. Now we don't have to do X opposite in this case because it's not a function. Excuse me. Okay, sneeze. Excuse me. We are just trying to move the graph. So on the test, when I ask you to move the graph, just move it. Move it down right, down Okay, I'll move it down and right. Easy, right? So don't get this confused with the function. When we're moving a function, making a new function, then things are a little bit more complicated. Okay? Alright, so this is just times 3 halves times the x. So I look at the x here, and this time it's -4. Yeah? So I got -4 times 3 halves. Well, 2 goes into 4 twice, right? So -2 times 3 is -6. Yeah? So that means this is going to be moved over to -6. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I stretching it?
No.
If I do this, did I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing it right then. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. I might not have did the math right. Who knows?
What
You
does
know?
it say? Does that say -4?
Negative
Yeah, -4 times 3 halves. And then we cancel the 2 out with the 4 to make it a 2. And it's 2 times 3, -2 times 3, right? Equals -6. Okay?
Wait, so what's the point of
The point is right here. -6, 3.
Oh,
Okay?
How would you know that it's -2 when it's not -1 3, 2?
How would I know it's
Negative?
-2?
Oh, okay, okay, so you have a -4, so, okay.
Yeah, because -4 divided by 2 is -2. There you go. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm multiplying by a -1. Well, what's -1 times 3 halves? Isn't that just -3 halves, right? Or 1.5, -1.5. So I'm going to come over to 1.5. That's my new point. Now the cool part is, what's times 0? It's still just 0, yeah? Okay, so it still stays there. And then these just mirror each other. This one turns into a 1.5, yeah? And this 4 turns into a 6, right? Instead of a -6, we're making a 6. And then we draw the lines. Like that, like that, like that, and like that. And so now I've got, did I pull it, right? Did I stretch it in the horizontal direction? Looks like we did it right. And that's 21 and 23. And that's why we're videoing, because of the looks I have right now.